long periodic antenna. Now, what is long periodic antenna? In telecommunication, the long periodic antenna is a broadband or multi-element directional narrow beam antenna that has impedance and radiation characteristics that are regularly repetitive as a logarithmic function of the excitation frequency. The individual components are often dipoles. The length and the spacing of the elements of long periodic antenna increases logarithmically from one end to the other. So, the Yagi-Uda antenna is mostly used for domestic purpose, for commercial purpose, and to tune over a range of frequencies. We need to have another antenna which is known as log periodic. Sorry, it is not long. It is a log periodic antenna. So log periodic antenna is that whose impedance is a logarithmically periodic function of frequency. The frequency range in which log periodic antenna operate is around 30 MHz to 3 GHz, which belong to the VHF and UHF bands. The long periodic antennas are also known as a long periodic array, log periodic array, or log periodic aerial. It is a multi-element directional antenna designed to operate over a wide band of frequencies. It was invented by a John Dunlop in 1952. The most common form of long periodic antenna is the log periodic dipole array or LPDA. The LPDA consists of number of half-wave dipole driven element of gradually increasing length, each consisting of a pair of metal rods. The dipole are mounted close together in a line connected in parallel to a feed line with alternating phase. So the construction and here is the structure of log periodic antenna is given. The log periodic antenna has an array of dipole which has their length according to the logarithmic scale. The log periodic antenna is basically a wide band antenna because it has many dipole elements which are of different length and radiating different frequency. The structure of log periodic antenna is shown on the right side here, and in this the dipole array are cross connected to each other. So the construction and operation of log periodic antenna is similar to that of the Yagi-Uda antenna. The main advantage of this antenna is that it exhibits a constant characteristic over a desired frequency range of operation, and it has the same radiation resistance and therefore the same SWR. The gain and front to back ratio are also the same. So the point of excitation, the single element is provided excitation via these cross connection lines. Here only one element has provided excitation and other element has no separate excitation. By varying the point of excitation, we can change the radiation pattern of log periodic antenna. Here only one element has provided excitation and other has no separate excitation. By varying the point of excitation, we can change the radiation pattern of log periodic antenna. So with the change in operation frequency, the active regions shifts among the elements, and hence all the elements will not be active only on a single frequency. This is its special characteristic. There are several types of log periodic antennas such as planar, trapezoidal, zigzag, V-type, slot and the dipole. The mostly used one is long periodic dipole array, in short LDPA, LPDA. The diagram of long periodic array is given above. The physical structure and electrical characteristic when observed are repetitive in nature. The array consists of dipole of different lengths and spacing which are fed from a two-wire transmission line. This line is transposed between each adjacent pair of dipole. The radiation pattern of log periodic antenna is shown here. From the pattern, we can say that it has a less directivity than other antennas like Yagiuda, but we can obtain a wide frequency response than any other antenna. Here, the radiation pattern is shown at 12 MHz frequency. So, the radiation pattern of log periodic antenna can be of unidirectional or bidirectional, depending upon the log periodic structure. For unidirectional log periodic antenna, the radiation towards a shorter element is of considerable amount, whereas in forward direction it is small or zero. The radiation pattern for unidirectional log periodic antenna, for bidirectional log periodic antenna, maximum radiation is in broad side, which is normal to the surface of the antenna. So here far field pattern is shown. Next is the uses of the antenna. This antenna design is used where a wide range of frequencies is needed while still having a moderate gain and directionality. It is sometimes used for VHF or UHF television antenna. Then the advantages of log periodic antenna are: the antenna design is compact, the gain and radiation pattern are varied according to the requirement. There are some disadvantages of log periodic antenna. The first one is external mount and the second one is installation cost is high. There are some applications of log periodic antenna. These are used for UF communication, also used for particular sort of TV receptions, and these are also used for all round monitoring in higher frequency bands. Next is Yagi-Uda antenna. So introduction of the Yagi-Uda antenna. The Yagi-Uda antenna or Yagi antenna is one of the most brilliant antenna design. It is simple to construct and it has a high gain, typically greater than 10 dB. The Yagi-Uda antennas typically operate in the HF to UHF bands and covers 40 to 60 km. A directional antenna system consisting of an array of coupled parallel dipoles. This is commonly known as Yagi-Uda or simply Yagi antenna. It is familiar as the commonest kind of the terrestrial TV antenna to be found on the roof of tops of houses. So this diagram shows the Yagi-Uda antenna. Then what is the principle of the Yagi-Uda antenna? It is an electromagnetic device which collects a radio waves. An antenna tuned to a particular frequency resonate to a radio signal of the same frequency. So here is the construction of Yagi-Uda antenna. There are three types of element: the reflector, the driven element, that is D, and the directors. So the diagram which is given above consists of reflector, the multiple directors, or we can say driven, the drivers, multiple directors, and driven element is also shown there. Next, what is driven element? The driven element of Yagi is the feed point where feed line is attached from the transmitter to the Yagi to perform the transfer of power from the transmitter to the antenna. A dipole driven element will be a resonant when its electrical length is half of the wavelength of the frequency applied to its feed point. The feed point in the picture above is on the center of the driven element. Next is the director. The director is the shortest of the parasitic element, and this end of Yagi is aimed at the receiving station. It is resonant slightly higher in frequency than the driven element, and its length will be about 5% shorter progressively than the driven element. The director's length can vary depending upon the director spacing, the number of directors used in the antenna, the desired pattern bandwidth, and the element director diameter. The amount of gain is directly proportional to the length of the antenna array and not by the number of directors used. Then the reflector. The reflector is the element which is placed at the rear of the driven element, that is the dipole. Its resonant frequency is lower and its length is approximately 5% longer than the driven element. Its length will vary depending on the spacing and the element diameter. The spacing of the reflector will be between the wavelength and 0.1 wavelength and 0.25 wavelength. Its spacing will depend upon the gain, bandwidth, and feedback ratio, and a side lobe pattern requirement of the final antenna design. So this is the construction. Next is the working. So the reflector here derives its main power from a driver, and it reduces the signal strength in its own direction, and this thus reflect the radiation towards the driver and collector. Then driver element is where the signal is intercepted by the receiving equipment, and it has a cable attached that takes the received signal to the receiver. Then the radiator and the driver can be placed more closer to increase the radiation length towards the director. Then to determine the wavelength of a radio station with a frequency of 92.1 megahertz, simply divide the speed of light by 9210000 cycles per second. The second cycles out in the formula with the wavelength ending up to 3.26 meter. That is, in other words, the wave passing by right now from a radio station transmitting at 92.1 megahertz are 0.26 meter long. Here the 5 element Yagi-Uda antenna, that is geometry of Yagi-Uda array is given here. The Yagi-Uda array or Yagi-Uda antenna are high gain antenna. A basic Yagi-Uda antenna consists of driven element, one reflector and one or more director. Basically it is an array of one driven element and one or more parasitic elements. The driven element is folded dipole made up of a metallic rod which is excited. A Yagi-Uda antenna uses both the reflector and the director element in the same antenna. The element at the back side of the driven element is the reflector, which is shown in the previous figure. It is of the larger length compared with the remaining element, and the element in the front of the driven element is the director, which is of the lowest length. The director and reflector are called parasitic element. All the elements are placed parallel and close to each other. The length of the folded dipole is about lambda by 2 and it is at resonance. The length of the director is less than lambda by 2 and the length of the reflector is greater than lambda by 2. So the parasitic element which is used either to direct or to reflect the radiated energy, forming compact directional antenna. If the parasitic element is greater than the length lambda by 2, that is reflector, then it is inductive in nature. So the phase of the current in such a element lacks the induced voltage. If the parasitic element is less than the resonant length lambda by 2, then it is capacitive in nature. Hence the current in the director leads the induced voltage. The directors adds the field of the driven element in the direction away from the driven element. If more than one directors are used, then each element in the direction away from the driven element, if more than one directors are used, then each director will excite the next. And to increase the gain of the Yagi-Uda antenna, the number of directors is increased in the beam direction. To get a good excitation, the elements are closely spaced and the driven element radiates from front to rear, that is from reflector to director. The part of this radiation induces a current in the parasitic element which re-radiate almost all radiations. With the proper length of the parasitic element and the spacing between the element, the backward radiation is cancelled and the radiated energy is added in front. So the advantages of these antennas are, it has a moderate gain of about 7 dB. It is directional antenna. It can be used at a high frequency and adjustable from to back ratio. The next is disadvantages. The gain is not very high and it needs a large number of elements to be used. So these are the disadvantages. Now the applications. The Yagi-Uda antenna is unidirectional antenna and it is used for television receiver, which provide a better tuning because of large bandwidth and it has a decent gain. So this is all about the Yagi-Uda antenna. So in the next lecture we will see the remaining part of the chapter. Thank you.